بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I welcome you to 40th session of Understand Quran, in which we will study Surah Al-Qari'ah. But as usual we start with hadith. Nu'man bin Bashir radiyallahu anhu reported the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "The believers in their mutual kindness, compassion and sympathy are just like one body. When one of the limbs suffers, the whole body responds to it with wakefulness and fever." The believers in their mutual kindness, compassion and sympathy are just like one body. When one of the limbs suffers, the whole body responds to it with wakefulness and fever. That is, Muslims should feel the pain of their fellow Muslims if they are suffering, and as a result, if somebody feels the pain, he tries to do something also, so they should also try to relieve the pains. Okay, we come to spoken Arabic, and in the last class we said kam as-sa'a. Here, nantazir qalila. Kam as-sa'a, what's the time? Kam, but how much? In Arabic it is how much. Kam is how much. Kam as-sa'a, what is the time? Nantazir, we wait. Qalila, shoya, a little. Nantazir, we will wait. Shoya, qalila means a little. Shoya is slang, and qalila or qalil is fasih, or the literal Arabic. Kam antum. Kam antum. Kam means how many. Kam antum, how many are you? How many are sitting here, for example. Kam antum. Kathir, too many, or qalil, too little. Meen ghaib. Meen is slang for man. Man rabbuka, as we said in the grave. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the first question that will be asked to the dead person or in the grave will be, who is your Lord? Man rabbuka. So meen is slang. Meen ghaib, who is absent? Meen ghaib, ghaib. Meen ghaib. Kam antum, kathir, qalil, meen ghaib. Okay, now we come to the grammar, and in grammar we have covered in the last class tawalla. Is that right? Tawalla. We were covering the verb types with extra letters. Verb types with extra letters. Let me repeat those types. The first type is the one with 3 letters only. Fa'ala, yaf'alu, and if you know fa'ala, you can make fa'alta, fa'altu, fa'alu, fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alta, fa'altum, fa'altu, fa'alna. And if you know yaf'alu, you can make the rest yaf'aluna, taf'alu, taf'aluna, af'aluna, fa'alu. So fa'ala, yaf'alu, if'al, fa'il, maf'ul, fi'l. Okay, the second, from 2nd till 10 we have verbs with extra letters, and the second letter is fa'ala. Second type is fa'ala. Yufa'ilu, fa'il, mufa'il, mufa'al, taf'il. This is called chapter of taf'il, bab taf'il. Second type. And the example is sabbaha, yusabbihu, sabbih, musabbih, musabbah, tasbih. And the third type is fa'ala, with an alif after fa. Fa'ala, yufa'ilu, fa'il, mufa'il, mufa'al, mufa'ala, bab mufa'ala. And fa'ala verbs with on this pattern involve 2 people, 2 entities. And the example is jahada, yujahidu, jahid, mujahid, mujahad, mujahada. The fourth type is af'ala, and this is special. Af'ala yuf'ilu. Okay, yuf'ilu, af'ala yuf'ilu, aslama yuslimu, ashraka yushriku, amana yu'minu. Af'il, muf'il, muf'al, if'al, iman, islam, ishraq. Okay, ikhraj. And the example we gave is akhraja. Okay, kharaja means came out, akhraja brought out, nazala came down, anzala brought down or sent down. So akhraja yukhriju, akhrij, mukhrij, mukhraj, ikhraj. And the fifth type is, what is fifth type? Tafa'ala, yatafa'alu, tafa'al, mutafa'il, mutafa'al, tafa'ul. And we said Quran is revealed for tadabbur, tafakkur and tadhakkur, to take lessons out of it, to receive admonition, tadhakkur. And the example is tadhakkur, tadhakkara, yatadhakkaru, tadhakkar, mutadhakkir, mutadhakkar, tadhakkur. This is the fifth type. And the sixth type is tafa'ala. Tafa'ala is what we will cover today. Tafa'ala also involve two people. Tafa'ala, so let us practice tafa'ala as a structure. Tafa'ala, tafa'alu. Tafa'alta, tafa'altum. Tafa'altu, tafa'alna. Yatafa'alu, yatafa'aluna. Tatafa'alu, tatafa'aluna. Atafa'alu, natafa'alu. Tafa'al, tafa'alu. لا تتفاعل لا تتفاعلوا. متفاعل متفاعل تفاعل. So you see, we started ta and alif and we just carried it all in all the forms. That's as simple as that. And the example we have today is tasa'ala. Tasa'ala means ask one another. As I said, these tafa'ala and fa'ala involve two, and tasa'ala means ask one another. Tasa'ala, tasa'alu. Tasa'alta, tasa'altum. Tasa'altu, tasa'alna. Yatasa'alu, yatasa'aluna. Tatasa'alu, tatasa'aluna. Atasa'alu, natasa'alu. Tasa'al, tasa'alu. لا تتساءل لا تتساءلوا. متسائل متساءل تساؤل. Okay, that was tasa'ala. Let us practice it once more. Tasa'ala, tasa'alu. Tasa'alta, tasa'altum. Tasa'altu, tasa'alna. Yatasa'alu, yatasa'aluna. Tatasa'alu, tatasa'aluna. Atasa'alu, natasa'alu. Tasa'al, tasa'alu. La tatasa'al, la tatasa'alu. Mutasa'il, mutasa'al, tasa'ul. Now I give you a very simple rule to remember these 6 forms. You see, we started with fa'ala, and the second was fa'ala, and the third was fa'ala. Very good. So 4th, 5th, 6th will be similar, except with one difference. Here it is af'ala, instead of fa'ala it is af'ala, and the second is you add for second and third ta. Tafa'ala, tafa'ala. Okay, fa'ala, 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 af'ala, tafa'ala, tafa'ala. Okay, all right. That was the grammar, and we are approaching its end in terms of grammar. Let us go to what we covered in the last class. In the last class we have studied the two verses that are recited in Khutbatul Jum'ah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I will read that and inshallah you will translate. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. إن الله, indeed Allah, يأمر, orders. يأمر be comes with يأمر. This is preposition with amara. يأمر be orders. العدل, justice. والإحسان, and good conduct. وإيتاء, and to give, and giving. Okay, ذي القربى, to relatives. and giving to relatives. وَيَنْهَى and forbids عن from الفحشاء immorality والمنكر and bad conduct والبغي and oppression. يعظ he admonishes. وعظ يعظ he admonishes. كم you لعلكم that perhaps you تذكرون you be reminded. Okay, you will take lesson, you will get admonished, you will receive admonition. That was the first verse, and the second verse was أتل ما أوحي إليك من الكتاب وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أتل recite. ما that which or what أوحي was revealed. It's passive voice. Okay. إليك to you من الكتاب of the book. Recite, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what has been revealed to you of the book. وأقم الصلاة and establish the prayer. إن الصلاة indeed the prayer تنهى forbids عن from, or تنهى عن prohibits, the same thing. الفحشاء immorality والمنكر and wrongdoing or bad conduct. Here it is in the context it has been taken as wrongdoing. Okay. وَلَذِكْرُ اللَّهِ أَكْبَرُ. لَذِكْر la means and indeed, emphasis for the emphasis, indeed dhikrullah, the remembrance of Allah, akbar is greater. Wallahu and Allah ya'lamu knows ma that which tasna'un you do, and Allah knows that which you do. Alright, today we will cover Suratul Qari'ah. Remember in the last class the lesson was that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders three things: adl, ihsan and giving to relatives, ita dhil qurba, and it stops from three things: fahsha, munkar, baghi. And also He gave a wonderful formula for us to practice, that is tilawa and salah, establishing of salah, and the dhikr. In today's session we will study Suratul Qari'ah, and this surah describes about Qiyamah and what will happen at the end when people will be awarded or punished. Let me read the surah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Al-Qari'atu mal-Qari'ah. Al-Qari'ah means striking calamity. Actually, qara'a, if you knock the door, qara'a, it is called qara'a. Qari', the one who knocks. Qari'a, the female who knocks. But here it means striker, or striking calamity, because al-Qari'a is referring to al-Qiyamah. So striking calamity, actually it means the striker, female striker. Al-Qari'a, the female striker. The striking calamity. Mal-Qari'a, what is that striking calamity? What is the striking calamity? وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةُ. وَمَا and what أَدْرَاكَ can make you know. أَدْرَاكَ can make you know. Can make know you. Ka means you. That means can make you know. Mal Qari'ah, what is that striking calamity? What is the striking calamity? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking it more than one, actually more than two, three times. Al-Qari'ah, Mal Qari'ah, wa ma adraka Mal Qari'ah. What can make you know? What can explain you? What can make you understand, make you know what that Al-Qari'ah is? يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث. يوم, the day, يكون الناس, mankind will be. Yakunu means be or become. Okay, will be. Ka, Ka means like. Ka'asfin ma'kul, we studied before, like the straw eaten up. So ka means like. Al-farash, moths, you know, small insects, moths, M-O-T-H, moths. Mabthuth, dispersed. We have studied this. وَبَثَّ مِنْهُمَا رِجَالًا كَثِيرًا وَنِسَاءً. Dispersed. Mabthuth, you see, bath, the one who disperses, and mabthuth, the one which is dispersed. Maf'ul, fa'il maf'ul. Mabthuth means dispersed. The day it is a day when mankind will be like dispersed moths. Okay. وَتَكُونُ الْجِبَالُ كَالْعِهْنِ الْمَنْفُوشِ. وَتَكُونُ الْجِبَالُ, and the mountains will be like al-'ihn, wool, okay, wool, like woolen sweater, wool. Al-manfush, fluffed up, okay, fluffed up, you know, fluffed up, you know, you make it a dhunna, okay, yes, exactly, fluffed up. Kal-'ihn al-manfush, like fluffed up wool. So the mountains will be like fluffed up wool. فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. فَأَمَّا, fa means then, amma as for, amma as for. Man, the one who, ثَقُلَتْ, will be heavy or became heavy or will be heavy. Man thaqulat, will be heavy. Actually it is in past tense. Thaqulat means tabbat. You see, it is feminine. Thaqula means became heavy. Thaqulat, became heavy for feminine gender. But man thaqulat, here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing something, the condition. Then as for one who will be heavy, thaqulat, will be heavy. What will be heavy? Mawazinu, his scales. Mizan, mawazin. Mawazin is plural. Yes. His scales. So you see, as we said, whose is the word whose is not perhaps there in Arabic. That's why we have. Then as for one whose scales will be heavy, the one who his scales will be heavy means whose scales will be heavy. فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ. Are you clear? I mean, man ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. Man means who, ثَقُلَتْ will be heavy, his scales. Who will, so who, his scales will be heavy, that means whose scales will be heavy. Then as for the one whose scales will be heavy, what will happen to him? فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ. Then huwa, he, fi isha, in a life, isha, life, aish, you know, isha, life, radiyah, pleasant, yeah, radiyah, which will make him radi, yeah, pleasing, pleasant, okay. Isha is life. So then his scales will be heavy means his good deeds will be more. So as for one whose good deeds will be more, then he will be in a pleasant life. That means he will be in paradise. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ. وَأَمَّا, and as for, or but as for, man khaffat mawazinu, one who, man means one who, khaffat means will be light, mawazinu, his scales, that is his scale of good deeds are lighter than the bad deeds. Then fa ummuhu, fa means then ummu is his mother, ummuhu, his mother. Here it means his abode, his resting place or abode, abode, his abode. Okay. Hawiya will be hawiya. And what is that? وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا هِيَ. And what will make you know? مَا أَدْرَاكَ, what will make you know? مَا, what is that? Here, that. What is that? نَارٌ حَامِيَةٌ. Fire. Hamia is intensely hot. An intensely hot fire. That will be, so the one whose scales will be light, his abode will be Hawiya, which is Narun Hamiya. You see, just to there are a couple of things you should realize when you read this surah or any verse of the Quran. If you think, tuck, 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 knock, knock, you don't understand. You say, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking Al-Qari'ah, Mal-Qari'ah, Wama Adraka Mal-Qari'ah. So just to understand, now we have a glass window here. If somebody throws a stone, all of us will be shocked. But somebody takes a table and hits it on that window, all of us will be severely disturbed. And if we describe this incident, we'll be saying, oh wow, you know what happened? Somebody threw, really? So now imagine, if there is a big explosion, you know that within 1 or 2 kilometers all the window panes will be crushed because of the power of sound wave, the energy that sound wave carries. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that this Al-Qari'ah will be such a huge striker that the mountains will become powder, or mountains will become like wool. Imagine the grave gravity of the situation. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking 3 times, Al-Qari'ah, Mal-Qari'ah, wa ma adraka Mal-Qari'ah. Do you know what it is? What will make you know what that Al-Qari'ah is? يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش. People will be like dispersed moths, like insects, and the mountains will be fluffed up wool, like fluffed up wool. With that intensely grave scene, Allah starts this, and then the end comes. فأما من ثقلت موازينه فهو في عيشة راضية, an eternal peace. وأما من خفت موازينه فأمه هاوية وما أدراك ما هي نار حامية. So this is a beautiful small surah, but describes the Qiyamah in a very powerful way, and you should take as if Allah, and it is true, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to us, and He's trying to make us realize the gravity, the gravity of the situation, the grave situation that will be at that time. So let us practice. Al-Qari'atu mal-Qari'ah. Al-Qari'ah, Al-Qari'ah, the striking calamity. Mal-Qari'ah, what is the striking calamity?
Al-Qariyatu mal-Qariyah. Al-Qariyah, striking calamity. Mal-Qariyah, what is the striking calamity? Al-Qariyatu mal-Qariyah, striking calamity, what is the striking calamity?
وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةُ. وَمَا, and what أَدْرَاكَ will make you know, or can make you know, مَا الْقَارِعَةُ, what is the striking calamity, and what will make you know, or what can make you know what that striking calamity is.
وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةُ. Wa and ma, what, adraka will make you know, ma, what is the Qari'ah, the striking calamity, and what will make you know what is the striking calamity.
يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث. يوم, the day, so it is the day. يكون الناس, mankind will be, or people will be, ka, like, al-farash, moths, al-mabthuth, dispersed. Okay, the day, it is the day when mankind will be like dispersed moths.
يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث. يوم the day يكون الناس mankind will be like al-farash moths al-mabthooth dispersed. The day mankind will be like dispersed moths.
وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش. وتكون and will be. وتكون الجبال and the mountains will be like العهن wool, المنفوش fluffed up, and the mountains will be like fluffed up wool.
وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش. وتكون and will be جبال the mountains that like العهن wool and manfush
Fluffed up.
and the mountains will be like fluffed up wool.
فأما من ثقلت موازينه. Then أما as for. Man who ثقلت will be heavy. موازينه, I want you to answer. His scales. Then as for the one whose scales will be heavy.
فأما من ثقلت موازينه. Then Amma as for man, the one who ثقلت will be heavy. موازينه his scale. Then as for the one who will be heavy his scale.
Whose scales will be heavy. فهو في عيشة راضية. Then هو he في عيشة in a life راضية pleasant. Then he will be in a pleasant life.
فهو في عيشة راضية. فهو then he في in عيشة life راضية pleasant. Then he will be in a pleasant life.
وأما من خفت موازينه. وأما but as for من خفت, who will be heavy موازينه his scales. Then as for one whose scales will be خفت is will be light. Yes.
وأما من خفت موازينه. وأما and as for but as for man is one who خفت is like موازين scales, and whose scales will be light.
فأمه هاوية. Then أمه his abode هاوية will be هاوية. Then his abode will be هاوية. Another translation of scholars is it's a deep ravine or valley, deep valley.
Ummuhu hawiya. Fa means then. Ummuhu means is above. Hawiya.
وما أدراك ما هي. وما and what أدراك will make you know, can make you know. Ma, what here, that is. And what can make you know, or what will make you know what that is.
Wama adraka ma hiya. Wama and what adraka can make you know ma that hiya it. And what can make you know what it is.
نار حامية. Nar, fire. حامية, intensely hot. Intensely hot fire.
Narun Hamiya, Nar, fire. Hamiya, intensely hot. So, intensely hot fire.
Okay, in this surah, I want to emphasize the rule. You know, I have been telling that broken plural comes with singular feminine. And here, Jabal, the plural of Jabal is Jibal. And takunu is hiya. Anta takunu, hiya takunu. You will be, she will be. Wa takunu al-jibal, and the mountains will be. And the jibal is broken plural, that's why it has come with takunu instead of yakunun, for example. And similarly, فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُ. Mawazin is plural, but it is broken plural, that's why instead of singular feminine has come. Thaqula, thaqulat. Okay, thaqulat, tabba, tabbat, thaqulat mawazinu. It became heavy, she became heavy, but mawazin is broken plural, that's why his scales will be heavy. Similarly, khaffat. Okay, khaffat mawazinu, tabba, tabbat. Remember that reference.
What is the original plural of Jabal?
Jibal.
Jabal?
No, it's the plural is jibal. It's a broken plural. Okay, with this we stop this session, but let us remember the message that is given in this surah, which is very important. It is given in the context of a very grave scene, very intensely active scene, or very live scene, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the end in this surah of those whose good deeds will be more and those whose good deeds will be less compared to their bad deeds. Subhanallah bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.